This step aside business is a huge deal for the ANC now. And somebody once said that if really this step aside policy of the ANC had to be implemented, no one would be left in the ANC to govern the ANC political party or to just govern the nation as the ANC. So you see what's happening. So I guess it's supposed now it has to do with who is in leadership to be able to monitor the stepping aside of politicians. What do I mean? We have Kumbuzo Ntshavheni. I hope I'm not butchering the name and surname. She was the Minister of Small Business, and she's now the Minister of Communication and Digital Spaces of the government, right? What happened? The Zondo Report, or State Capture Report, had implicated her that she has fired the leadership or the executive of Denel, right? The CEO, the CFO, and a couple of few people, without due cause, without giving them an opportunity to present themselves and through conciliation and appeal and so forth. They've just been booted out. And what's worse, the report states that they were given millions of rands. And as a result, later on, the Guptas were able to maneuver themselves through in and have exclusive deals with Denel in terms of things supplying the Denel basically exclusively with certain products that other companies were not able to supply them. As a result, the Zondo Commission recommended that she be prosecuted, and now they're called by the EFF as well to say, hey, she has to pay back the money that has been paid to the executives, and due process hasn't been followed. And as a result, there are crickets on the ANC side. There had not been talked of her being taken to the Integrity Commission of the African National Congress or any meeting with the NEC discussing her and so forth. And by the way, this is a part 2 report of the Zondo Commission. It's coming like a Netflix series. We're gonna be having a third one. It's like a movie, suspense, and we're gonna be seeing what's going to be happening. And if you look at it, on the other side, you have Lindiwe Sisulu, who came up with an op-ed, of which then now it's said that she has to avail herself to the Integrity Commission of the ANC in order to explain herself as to why she was attacking the judiciary. Remember, Judge Zondo was in hurt together with some other folks of my same color at the bar for being called house Negroes, right? And so, and also they've been told by other ANC politicians that she be disciplined, and some analysts who now saying, hey, look, this is an ANC matter. She is now at the starting block. The gun went off and she's trying to compete to be the next president. So as a result, she's just pacing herself. And it's great if Cyril Ramaphosa cannot kick her out. Remember what had happened when President Thabo Mbeki kicked out Jacob Zuma in parliament, and then Jacob Zuma had a free time to now campaign throughout and engage with branches. Before you know it, he became a president. So Cyril, do nothing to her, okay? Because if you do that, then the same thing's going to be happening. We're going to be seeing Lindiwe Sisulu as the new president, and so on and so on. So it goes. And this is the perception that everybody sees, that right now, whoever is in government, be it President Cyril Ramaphosa right now, any person who's, by the way, with it was in the media that Ntshavheni had donated a couple of hundred of thousands to the CR17 campaign. As a result, then she was rewarded now to be in the cabinet and so forth. So the perception is that whoever is in government, whoever is in the president, they always use the mighty of the law enforcement agencies and the leverage that they're having in the 5 years term of office that they'll be having to fight their political wars. So if somebody else comes in the next 5 years, then there will be investigation of Cyril Ramaphosa's dealings and the sons. And remember Andile Ramaphosa, whom the president said he had looked at the documents close ranged and asked him, where does this money come from? Everything is above board regarding the Busasa donation of 500,000 to CR17 and so forth. So it's like you have to, while you're there for 5 years, deal with your political enemies and clear yourself some path. And if you're not going to be able to win the presidency, find someone else who's going to be your proxy as a president for those 5 years, and hopefully the next 5 years, which will be 10 years of yourself being protected. So as a result, the country suffers because these politician factions are raging on. So yeah, we'll see what's going to be happening as the reports are coming through of more and more people who are seen to be in all these different factions, especially the Ramaphosa factions, being implicated in this so-called state capture. What's going to be happening to them? If those people are key important people in President Ramaphosa's cabinet, or provincial chairpersons and all these regions who would help him to be able to be re-elected when coming back to the conference election for presidents around December. So that's just my take. My name is Mamuji, and thanks for watching the Mamuji Show. I'm out.